here we go. Arsenal just dropped a bomb on the Premier League. Victor Gyökeres is ours. And guess what? Rival fans are absolutely fuming. The salt is flowing, the excuses are flying, and the jealousy is out of this world. United fans are mad, sports fans are going crazy. You will love to see it. Today I'm reacting to all the chaos, the crying, and the coping from rival fans who just realized Arsenal means business this season. Let's watch them roll.
Go, he's officially an Arsenal player after months of negotiations, after months of setbacks. The sporting president coming out saying, yo, that is not the release clause. He's not leaving. We are adamant that you will pay the money. Gyökeres going on strike. The thought the deal was done. The thought the deal was stalled. It was now, it was never. But now they've got the deal done now. Arsenal have got a superstar striker. Let's not downplay this. This is a goal scoring machine. This is Arsenal's statement striker that they've needed for years. Havertz, Jesus, it's not been the plan. They've got their striker that will hopefully, in Arsenal fans' mind, deliver them the title. This is what they wanted. This is what they've been looking after, and now they finally got their man. And if I'm an Arsenal fan here right now, I'm excited. I'm buzzing. We've got a 27-year-old in the prime, in the pomp of his career, that is ready to deliver the trophy after 20 odd years. Even Lee Gunner's happy tonight. That's how much we are here tonight speaking about Gyökeres. Even the most demanding, the most, the standards FC, every single person right now must be happy, because you know why? Arsenal have got a striker that, will put fear into defenders. It will put fear into the, the Premier League. Arsenal getting Gyökeres now is almost that kind of final piece of the jigsaw. That striker, yes, they need to still go and get maybe a left winger, but that final missing piece to the jigsaw was needed. Was Arteta deliberately buying players for the sake of them? Who was coming in? But Berto has now come in and maybe demanded more. He's maybe gone into the dressing room and said, yo, what are you doing? You ain't getting away with this. Arteta, you've gone 5 years without a trophy. What are you talking about? We're here now to win the trophy. Maybe the standards have come from Berto. Maybe Berto's coming and saying, yo, what are you not been messing around for 5 years? Let's time to go get Zubimendi. Let's go and get this player. Let's go and get that player. And let's finally deliver, because Arsenal's a big football club, whether you like it or not. Listen, I grew up Arsene Wenger days, Fergie, Wenger. We know that football club is a big club, but it's one thing being a big club and acting like one, and that is a difference in football.
So Victor Gyökeres is an Arsenal player. It's a here we go. And that's why I'm live. I don't normally do live reactions to transfers, but there's a few of you saying Manchester United in the mud. Look, I unashamedly would have done this deal if Arsenal hadn't have done it. I unashamedly would have hijacked it. I mean, you're talking about a football club here that is on its arse in relation to Manchester United and not Arsenal, which is ironic, really, because they've got arse in the name. But Arsenal are one of the best clubs in Europe and therefore one of the best in the world. They have finished second the last 2 or 3 seasons. They're in the Champions League. They're going to be in the Champions League. They're a striker away, in my opinion, from winning a title. And Gyökeres is the best striker in Europe. I have been saying this for 6 months. I didn't know he was going to be Arsenal's guy. I thought it was going to be Sesko. And the minute Arsenal got linked to him, I said, I hope they get Sesko, because I think that he is incredible. I'm not bitter about it at all. I can completely understand why you choose Arsenal over Manchester United. You can't sit there watching United like I do on the United stand with all the United fans every week and go, we're an attraction. We are on our arse. It's a massive job to get Manchester United back. And at 27, you'd look at that if you're Gyökeres and go, do I go there and get in a project that might not work? I mean, Man United have had more bloody projects than Alan Sugar. It's on The Apprentice. You could waste the rest of your career. Look at Bruno. He's been on a project at Man United for years, not been anywhere near a Premier League title or a Champions League. So you can understand why a 27-year-old would choose Arsenal. And you can understand why that's what he wants. I can understand why Arsenal have chosen him over Sesko as well, because I think Arsenal with Sesko, you are bringing in a younger player who has huge potential, But Arsenal have finished second for the last 2 or 3 years, and they need to bring somebody in that can hit the ground running now. The pressure is not on Gyökeres. The pressure is on Arsenal and Arteta to win the title now. I mean, look, it's been an incredible summer transfer window, and in some ways, I really looked at this summer transfer window and thought Arsenal get a striker and it gets interesting. The volume of transfers that Liverpool and Chelsea and Man City have made means that Arsenal with a striker now doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win the league, but they've gone out and done what they needed to do. They've done more than that. They've brought good players in as well.
Well, I'll start off with how I feel and then I'll get into the rest of it. But I genuinely am not angry. It's not because I don't rate what he does or what he can do for you. It's just because I can't be a hypocrite and say, oh, Arsenal have signed Gyökeres. I didn't want him. I wanted Osimhen. I felt like when we got Delap, we needed some aerial ability in our attack, and I feel like Delap is almost the baby version of Gyökeres a little bit, you know, in some ways, in some sort of way. That's how I see it. But Gyökeres is obviously better in terms of what he's done. The goal tally speaks for itself. 39 goals in 33 games in the league, 6 goals in 8 in the Champions League, and 4 in 3 in the Cup. These are absolutely astonishing numbers. These are absolutely out of this world, emphatic, fantastic, bombastic numbers, and anyone who says otherwise is lying. Now, of course, in the Premier League, you're expecting quite a drop-off between numbers he's produced in Portugal and the numbers he'll produce in England, because this league is meant to be more physical, more difficult. However, even if it drops by 50%, that's still a good return.
It has been a little bit of a stressful week or so since the agreement in principle was in place. There was a few days where Arsenal fans felt maybe this won't go through, maybe this won't get over the line, but Arsenal have got it done. They've signed one of the most prolific strikers in world football, and this is nothing short of a fantastic piece of business. It's as simple, it's as straightforward as that. You can slice it up whichever way you want. I don't buy into this nonsense. He's only doing it in Portugal. What if this? What if that? Look, there's a risk with every single transfer made, but at around 65 million, let's actually look at the actual price here in totality. 63 million euros plus 10 add-ons, 55 million pounds. 55 million pounds. So let me just change something on here actually, because it's wrong. Let me just change something on my screen right here, because we want to be as accurate as we can be. Let's just change that there. That is 55 million pounds, as you can see, for such a prolific, such a deadly, such an amazing striker. There should be nothing but excitement, gratitude, and happiness from Arsenal fans today at the quality of this deal. And that's the thing for me, the quality of this deal. Goals, assists, the way he leads the line, his physicality, his relentless press, he can work the channels. This is a fantastic player on every single level.
Verbal agreement in place between all parties. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
there we go.
Tapping merchant, shameless.
There we go.
Here we go, Pab.
There we go.
There you are.
Sporting accept the latest bid, the last bid from Arsenal, 63.5 plus 10 million euros in add-ons. Agent will reduce his commission. Gyökeres will sign a 5-year deal. He only wanted Arsenal. There we go. Here we go. Arsenal, man. Big Bidney. Welcome to the Big Bidney community. I welcome you, Arsenal, to the Big Bidney community. Welcome. Make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. I just want to say that it's good to have you around. And, there's some snacks in the fridge. There's some cold drinks over there in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome, innit? Welcome. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the Big Business gang. And we've got your Big Business chain in the back. So we'll let you have the chain. You know what I'm saying? So
has joined Arsenal. Let's talk about it, people. Now, we'll leave the fee chat to the side because you lot know where I stand on these fees and strikers and attackers and players, etc., etc. But let's talk about the player joining Arsenal. Arsenal have finally signed a striker who actually looks like he can score goals. Who would have thought it? After 5 years, Arteta, he's finally signed a striker that actually looks like they could score goals. So let's talk about this move then, because for me this is very, very interesting for Arsenal, right? Gyökeres is 27 years old. I mean, he's coming off the back of 2 crazy goal scoring seasons. Like, you have to obviously caveat the fact that he is playing in Portugal. You do, absolutely you do. And I'm checking my phone because I'm trying to pull up his stats. You have to caveat that, you do. And I've spoken myself on the dangers of signing from the Portuguese league, because there's a heavy tax that you do have to apply because of the level of opposition that he or many other attackers from that league are playing against week on week. But it's annoying, it's mad. Strikers from that league actually used to be really good. Like, you saw Falcao maybe 10, 11 years ago. Falcao was elite, world-class striker, and he batted up that league as well. He did. And I think with Victor Gyökeres as well, I think the numbers are so blinding, and he's so relentless in the goal scoring that I've literally had to change my opinion on this guy. Because I remember last summer, I was having an argument with my boy Ranty, and he was saying that Spurs should have moved for Gyökeres instead of Solanke, and I was like, you know what, I hear that. I wouldn't be mad at Gyökeres, but I can't begrudge the club for not wanting to spend. And at the time, I think it was like £88 million. £88 million, that was what they were quoting for Gyökeres. Of course, the fee is lower. It's lower now. But a year later, I think it's fair to say he was right. Because even if I apply tax, 54 goals in 52 games is mad. And then the previous season before that, 43 goals in 50 games is mad.